Welcome to T3G Vlogs. This is the 100 Days of Making Comics, the Anthology.
What's going on, ladies and gents? We're here for T3G, and we're doing something different. We're doing something unique. Well, unique to this channel at the very least. I've decided to do weekly videos instead of daily videos for at least the month of February. Basically, I was just looking for a reason to not have to edit every single day. However, catch 22, it is now 7 days since the last time I posted, and we got 7 days worth of video to edit. So, you know, let's see which one I like more. You guys make sure to drop me a comment down below and let me know if you like the new format, and let's get into this last week. I feel terrible. I feel way better than I did last night, but I still feel like crap. I did just shoot the 1 Minute Wednesday, but I actually have some plans tonight after work, and hopefully we'll have some fun with that. But all in all, welcome to day 32. It's the second month of this whole thing. We're pushing strong. I appreciate that everybody's cranking out their stuff. I just caught up to Chris's videos. I've actually not a lot of other people. I've watched a bunch of Holly's stuff. She doesn't really talk about her stuff. Her 100 days. I believe she already knocked it out from what I've heard around the 100s web. And then I'm up to date on Mike's videos. I like Mike's videos a lot. I'm super excited to read Mike's story. I don't know a lot about Chris's story, so I don't, like, it looks cool, like it really looks cool. I just don't know what's going on. Like, the bits and pieces I've like understood. There's a monster chasing some people. That's what I know. There's a monster chasing some people. There's a cave, crashed spaceship. I mean, that's always a fun ride, right? And I spoke to Jan on one of my Jan? I feel like it's Jan. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Jan, I spoke to Jan on YouTube, rather. He said that it's not quite 100% clear that characters being sucked into the wormhole. So I'm thinking I might need to get some different assets to kind of elaborate that. Man, like I really like the story. Like Mike, I already told Mike the whole story basically. So he's super psyched about it. So I don't want to give it away even a little bit. But anyway, the dialogue's super esoteric. The dialogue's very internal, like kind of reflective on life, whereas the visuals are obviously very, very specific. They show the passage of time and the things that happen to this character. So it's kind of like, you guys will see. I'm pretty excited about this. I don't think it's gonna look as good as I want it to. I don't think it's gonna look as good as it looks up here. I don't have the talent level. I know I don't. I'm really psyched that I'm gonna finish this. I'm super, super psyched to actually get this done. It's like, it's something that I've wanted to do. Like, I wanted to make comics since I was a kid. So I've wanted, like, to have a published comic. That's gonna be super awesome. Super awesome. Like, it has, like, I can hear the music that I was listening to during this. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really worried about the audio so much. It's just that I don't want it to skip while it's playing. So being sick, I've already failed at the thing I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna do a time lapse. Not really much to do a time lapse of. Except, actually just came into my mind. I'm gonna have to go somewhere special tonight. So I only did about 16-minute treadmill session. It's not a fun time being on treadmill when you're sick. Hard to breathe. Figured I'd call it quits. It's midnight. I just finished working my 30 minutes for the comic. I'm closer. Again, because I'm designing this thing on the go, I'm also adjusting like sizes of things. I think so far it looks good. I started adding some shading. That's the simplest and easiest way to make something look better, is to add shading. So I added the shading and I'm like, alright, cool, this already looks like something, not just like a flat piece of art. It looks like it has a little depth, because that's the thing, everything else I'm using has depth, has shading, has all this stuff. Once I add those shadows, once I add that feeling, that I don't know what it's called, but once I give it that oomph, I think it'll look a lot better. Anyway, game stuff is done. This is why I didn't say anything last time around when I had an issue with the game till the end, right? We set the movement of the enemies, right? The enemy little spaceships. And I was having an issue, and I was like, let me just wait. The next lesson was about fixing that issue. See, I knew that in most cases this is going to be true because I'm not going to be creating obscure issues. I'm going to come up with stuff that most people have had and even the instructors had. Anyway, I'm going to get a quick round of Overwatch in, and then I'm going to go to sleep. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to day 30. See, now I'm going to lose track because it's not the same date. 33? I think that's right. We're just about to leave the house. I was almost gonna leave the camera, use the phone for a little bit. But I was just like, oh, you're gonna leave your camera? The like really expensive camera that you talked all this shit about? So I went back for the camera. I'm still sick, by the way.
$600 camera you just bought.
See, he's talking shit right now.
You should probably go grab it and use it instead of using your phone.
Talking shit right now. Look at this.
So,
This fucking guy. Alright, so I decided rather, because I'm driving to stop at our friendly old collectible shop. I don't know what to call it. It's just like,
I mean, they call it
it's like a toy. I don't want to call it a used toy shop. Like they have a bunch of used toys, but they have like new toys.
Yeah.
It's like a toy, like sale and resale shop.
Yeah.
And happened to be 35% off. This is QM. Is it QM? Yeah, QM Hulk. And what would you pick up?
Picked up the Harley Davidson Night Rod Special.
Alright, so I was just talking about wanting to go to Starbucks, but then I remembered that I saw this joint the other day. Max Cafe. Hey, they're hiring. They're hiring? Shit. Delivery driver. I got a Prius. Alright, so not quite a coffee joint.
Was it coffee?
It wasn't coffee.
Was it coffee?
It was cafe.
It was definitely cafe.
Anyway, they've got some food. They had coffee.
Shit, something I could have.
He made us a fresh pot though.
Because they didn't have anything else.
And yeah, they had some syrups. He had some like Starbucks style caramel and tiramisu syrups and shit.
Yeah.
He said the food is delicious though. The gentleman at the thing, they let me have a sample of the chili, which I thought was very cool, very classy. Because I was like, hey, how's your chili? He said, would you like to try some? And I said, hell yeah. Your chili's pretty good, pretty classic Texas style chili. I appreciate it. I think we'll have to come back here.
We'll definitely have to come to get some food.
Because I mean, like they have like special monthly specials, and this month is the burger is Cupid's Revenge. Oh man, my lips are super red when I'm sick. I'm also eating really hot soup and really, so it's hot and hot, so hot in both ways. So we're working on projectiles for this game. I'm gonna show you guys. This is gonna be the ridiculous version of this this level, but as my camera falls. So we just added the laser beam, right? But I haven't disabled the gravity effect on it yet. So I just like how this is working. It's just like an entertaining thing. Welcome to day 34, ladies and gents. Delbo here for T3G Vlogs. That's Hottest back there, setting up the drone.
Yo.
We are at IKEA. We are picking up the desk, and then we're gonna go pick up the computer from his house to go drop off at his nephew's house and get that all installed. So it should be a pretty fun vlog. IKEA is always a good time.
We recently found out that apparently these drones can be in hella cold weather and still operate properly.
Right? I was trying to convince him to do it in the snow because I thought it'd be a cool shot, but he didn't want to do it.
I just didn't want to do it in the snow because I didn't want to get it too wet, because they definitely can't stand up. If they get wet, it's not good for them. So
Right.
But they can resist apparently a stupid amount of cold, according to DJI.
It's pretty stupid cold today.
Yeah, like 15 degrees or some shit.
We can make money.
Look, my Snapchat's not cutting it, guys. It's just not working anymore.
I mean, they went off a theory.
Right.
It's the most patriotic apartment complex I've ever seen in my life.
Right? Right in the middle.
Like right in the middle of the
Right in the middle.
I guess. We had to come out and get the rest of the computer base, his old computer, because we're gonna use some of the parts to install everything from his old house where his mom lives, but he forgot his keys in his apartment. Listen, it's like 4 minutes away. It's not far. Now he's trying to sneak into his mom's house. to get his shit out.
Dolly, I fucked up. Dolly, we gotta go back. I fucked up, Dolly. We were trying to break in and it didn't work. we're Brad B&E people.
Right? Could never call you guys for a B&E.
Don't ever call.
So, we've got most of it done.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't think ahead of time about if we might need some extra cables or not, but
8-pin extension will always get you when you're building a computer.
8-pin extension, definitely. I'm sick and tired of power supplies not having a long enough 8-pin.
Just got off work a little bit ago. We're gonna go get some social justice coffee at an ACLU friendly coffee joint in town and possibly get some food. You look so hard with that hat.
I am hard.
How do you feel about that?
I feel so good. It's so good.
I'm gonna pitch them that clip as an advertisement. All right, ladies and gents, I have just put in just shy of 90 minutes on this. I have worked on the comic in the last few days, but I haven't worked on it to the level that I wanted to, so I wanted to put in a good chunk of time tonight. Obviously, I'm still a little sick, but getting over it, so I put in some heavy work, especially on the last page. So this is what I've ended up doing. I've switched the graphic in the back. I've added a bit of more of an effect to it to make it look, I think, a little better in regards to the wormhole effect. I feel like now it definitely feels like you're being sucked in. Feels kind of like a vortex as opposed to just a spiral. Page 6 is going to be, I feel, a huge reveal. If you guys have not guessed yet, based on page 5, the one little preview, I feel like you don't know. If you haven't guessed yet, you're not going to guess. I actually like that there's only like 17 people that are subscribed to the vlog channel. I feel like the people who are here watching this, and I appreciate every single one of you folks, I feel like there's just gonna be like inside information that people are gonna have to go back and watch the second round of 100 Days of Making Comics, because when I'm doing the 4th round back to back, right, with 5 other projects going on, it's just like, this is my lofty thinking. This is the kind of thing that gets me pumped, right? So I'm thinking, a year from now, I'm doing the 4th round of 100 Days of Making Comics. I'm writing, the 3rd volume of Wolfpack, because volume 1 is just done stellarly on the internets and on the Kickstarter and everywhere, right? So like, everything's gone great. The anthology blew up, exploded. Everybody wants to work with us. So like, we're just making deals left and right, and by the end of the year, everybody's rolling in it. That's where my mentality is, right? So I take that energy and I roll with it. So I'm gonna take that energy right now and get this game work done. So today's lesson, we went ahead and built the colliders necessary to destroy the lasers as we shot them at the enemy. So once they hit the enemy, they destroy the enemy, and the lasers are destroyed as well. So we have the destruction of the enemy, and the next section, which is tomorrow presumably, is going to be to have the enemy shoot back, because what fun is it if they don't? Alright, so it's day, I said before, this is going to be very difficult without it being the same day, 5th. So 31 plus 36, it's the 36th, it's day 36. Anyway, I have created projectiles coming out of both sides. I've got everything separated on different layers, which is apparently how you control. Just brilliant. So you just basically, you tell it, hey, this does not exist where you are, and also don't hit it. It's not even layers. Like it's called layers, but in my head it's like categorizing, right? You tell, it means like, it's like turning off friendly fire in COD, right? In Call of Duty. When you turn off friendly fire, you can shoot through people because your bullets simply do not acknowledge that as a valid contact point. And that's exactly what I've just done. Comic work's done. I actually think I have a great idea for how the text is going to be done. I just need to pick out the font. I think I do have a favorite. I'll have to go through them again. I'm glad I already pulled them down, so that's just something I have to look at again. But I think I have an idea of how to actually design the caption bubbles. What are those dogs doing? Let's investigate. Penny. The Georgia. Hi. Hi. Alright, so working on the first second page. I mean, this is page 2? Yeah, pretty sure it's page 2. So yeah, I've got kind of did some work on the flooring up here. Just did some shading, things like that. Same thing down here, flooring, kind of getting some shading. The majority of the work happened on page 4. See, this is the reason I'm never sure is because I'm doing it all in one file. So I literally have to jump around, right? I fixed the tail because of the way it looks on page 6. I went ahead and added some cracking, some distortion to the armor, and that's basically it for the comic work today. I'm trying some new things also with filming. I'm gonna watch some videos on the how-tos and stuff like that. So I'm trying some new things with filming. See how that goes. Tomorrow is the last day, because today's the 6th, tomorrow's the 7th, tomorrow's the last day of this week. So that's going to be the first big major edit day, because that's so far 43 plus whatever, 43 items, so 43 videos plus whatever's on this camera so far, plus whatever happens tomorrow. So hopefully it comes out well. So day 37, as I can count, finished setting up the spawning for the enemies, so the enemies are actually spawning as soon as I kill them all off. Now I presume we're gonna go to some sort of scoring system and GUI and this, our heads-up display, stuff like that. If we don't, that's gonna be my thing, and that's how I'll modify this game to be mine. Day 38. Right? Is that the math? Can I math that? Yeah, day 38. So technically, even though it's 4 in the morning on day 39, and we're going to call it day 38, I'm actually having to stay up because of a unique situation. We've got, my cousin and I, we've got media passes to the Chicago Auto Show Thursday and Friday for special media only days. So we actually had to put in some work, some quick last minute work for business cards, some merchandise, things like that we can kind of talk about. And then I kind of steamrolled that into making some of that passive income stuff that I've been talking about. I like Threadless. I like Threadless that is local because it's local. So I spent a lot of time working on the Threadless store, but it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. The Teespring option has been so far the best. And then one special one for the 100s. I posted a link already. Hopefully you guys take advantage of that. Thank you, Kevin Cross, for those wise words. I had to rewatch the back half of that video to try to get the quote. His quote was a little different. I modified it just a little bit, just because I think it sounds a little better out of context than what he said, because that was very much in a 2-hour-long context. So I think it's good. I think it's cool. I like it. I like the design, and I'm super excited about it. So bottom to top, so this right now is, I would say, environmentally, this scene is pretty set. The only thing I need to do is fill the holographic / on-screen display stuff. What is going to be happening, the aliens that he's encountering. I mean, there's really no way around that. He's encountering aliens, and that's what that's going to be. This one is a little more esoteric, a little easier. We're just going to be doing some random planets, little factoids, little details on the screens, things like that. So it wasn't a ton of work today on this specific thing. It was, I said I was going to count the making of the t-shirt as my 30 minutes on the Artcasters. Was it the Artcasters? Am I crazy? I think it was the Artcasters. On the, I want to say Artcasters video that I rewatched. I've commented on there that making the t-shirt and watching the video was my 30 minutes for the day. But I still did put in some work on this. I did share it with one person. I shared it with my cousin. He liked the last page. He liked the quality of the work. So I'm pretty excited because I know he's very, very discriminatory on art. So I think if he likes it, I think it's going to have at least some appeal to some people. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And that's it for this week. Got some animation in. Got the aliens kind of popping in from the corner, kind of, as opposed to just showing up on the screen, which is nice. Hope you guys appreciate this 7-day long stretch. I'm about to edit this nonsense. It's 6:30 in the morning, so I get to do this right before work. Hopefully get it done before work, because that'll be the aces. Appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week.